My name is John, I am the Map Traveler, and today we are checking out Viola, Wisconsin, or Viola, Wisconsin, depending on where you be coming from. If you guys don't know what a viola is, it is very much like a violin, or here in the South we call it a fiddle. Now, why it changed from a violin or viola to a fiddle, I don't know. I guess fiddle to me means like fiddlesticks or fiddling around, or maybe that's what it means because you're doing this a lot. I mean, the devil went down to Georgia, right? I mean, must have. I think that's like the only like big name fiddle song. Although I do enjoy quite a bit of fiddle from the Turnpike Troubadours. Anyway, we are not in Fiddle, Wisconsin. We are, however, in Viola, Wisconsin. We'll zoom out just a little bit so you guys can see where it is here in Wisconsin. It is kind of in the south center. I mean, Wisconsin's a pretty big state. And they are most definitely our brothers to the north. So let's zoom in. There were no photospheres, which I'm really not surprised. There's quite a bit of nothingness, it appears, around here. But it looks like there's a local cycle shop in Liberty. There's a Kickapoo Center, of course. And looks like a lot of rural stuff. So let's drop our guy in here. Let's start on the north side. We usually start on the south side. I don't know why. I always liked going north. Always seemed like it was going downhill. If you get that reference, you get a gold star. So going down south. Wait, we started on the north side, so we need to go south, right? Yeah, okay. Totally forgot where I totally forgot where I was for a second. But there is a 30 mile an hour turn lane coming up. What is this? I wonder if this is a field of saffron. I've never seen fields of saffron, but I know this stuff is very expensive. At least that's what I hear anyway. It looks like this. Oh, goodness. It's not a shoveler. It's not a backhoe. Is this a backhoe? The larger backhoes, whatever they're called. It looks like he's wearing a hat. Right here, see it? It's got like the church steeple, but it looks like he's wearing a hat. Let's check out this. Is this just the steeple of a church? Yeah, this is not a church. This is just the steeple. Interesting. Who removed a steeple and just has it here? Where are we? We are on, so at 380 Wisconsin Highway 131, there's, dang it, I can't read this. There's a church steeple. Surely after 11 years, this thing is not still standing here. But there's a mailbox, which means that this is somebody's property where they receive mail. I think this is like all part of like whoever lives here private collection. Like he has heavy equipment, broken down sheds. These are propane tanks. I can't really make this out. Looks like windows. And a church steeple, and of course a silo for storing something. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. But I mean, somebody accesses it. I mean, it looks like there's, one of those basic pave jobs. And somebody goes through here. There's no way that this can be a livable house. I guess it could. I mean, who am I to tell you what to live in? But, interesting that this is probably somebody's extra space. There's another piece up here and another piece. This looks like it's like a, hey, come buy this for sale. This is a bulldozer. Okay, I know what some heavy equipment is called. This is a bulldozer because it dozes bulls. Everybody knows that. These things put bulls to sleep. I bet you this is all one person's property. Maybe, man, this guy's got a little bit of everything. Well, there's an electric line running to this house. I guess somebody lives there. Okay, let's keep heading down south. Viola Emporium entrance. Hardware, lumber, art, woodwork. Emporium? All right, I'll admit it. I did not expect to find an emporium out here on the, no. Oh man, I thought it was going to take us down that side road for a second. Chapters on the horizon, wedding and event venue? How many people live out here to have a wedding even? Well, I guess you do travel for a wedding. Emporium. Let's check out this Emporium. 2 most definitely homemade signs. Viola Emporium. Sweet feed is only $9.99. And a car wash. It really is an Emporium. I was wrong this whole time. The Viola Horse and Colt Show. Well, they obviously like their horses here. Population 700? This is the first time that we've come across a population sign. This is interesting. Okay, we're right here on the outskirts. Oh, we missed the cemetery. Unfortunate. No, we haven't gotten to the cemetery yet. 700 people? There's 700 people right here? It's got to be all out this way, but man, I would not have guessed that there was that many people. It's only 20 miles to Ontario. Only 20 miles to Ontario, and only 6 miles to Lafarge. So if you live in Lafarge, let me know. That was the Emporium up there, and 700 folk. Wow, I'm surprised. It looked a lot smaller on this map. It made me think some of my guessing on some of my other smaller towns was actually pretty spot on. Viola Health Services and Osteoporosis Center. Here we go. Why does it seem like we always find cemeteries in these things? No, can't go into the cemetery. Boo! What is this one? Oh, it looked like a lion head or something here for a second. Cook. Potter. Lepive. I don't know if there's a lot of French influence this far up north, or would this can be considered far south. Viola Cemetery. I love these trees. October. Yep, trees turning. It is most definitely beautiful. Seems like a nice town. I wonder how much snow they get. I too enjoy the snows. Man, this is a really big graveyard. I mean, there's got to be at least 700 graves like in this place. There's only 700 people in this town. I guess maybe it's a spot for all of them. I don't know. Maybe they give you a free one when you move to town. I mean, there's obviously a younger generation here. There's kids. I wonder if this is a daycare center. I wouldn't be surprised in a small town like this. Oh, it's the fire station. Oh, okay. Well, let's head down this way. See what we can find. And I think there's some cross action. I thought this was a gas tank for a second. Somebody left their gas tank out. Oh. Well, we're still in October 2012. This is a really beautiful sight. Trees, turning leaves. This is most definitely fall, where it's cold, but it hasn't snowed yet. Yeah, see, here in the South, we don't have fall. It's just not a thing. It's just not a thing. Oh gosh, I got lost enjoying fall. I got lost enjoying fall because there is no fall here in the South. It goes from hot to, oh, it's a really nice day, to hot, and then it goes to, wait a minute, why am I freezing to death? It was 90 degrees. They have a skate park? This is the school park, skate park, football fields, baseball fields, and a good old recreation center. Yep, this is the all-in-one thing. This is cool though. I'm genuinely surprised that they have a skate park in a town of 700 people. Like there has to be enough of a skateboarding community to. just feel like with 700 people, you wouldn't have that much. I mean, you got to think, half of them are, older or older generation, which means leaves you with, let's just say 350 people. And then of that are, infants, I'd say, let's go with, let's just say 100. And of that you have, so you got what, 250 left? And how many people skateboard out of the 250 people that are left? Enough to build a skate park. That is the correct answer. Village. This is a village. It's not a town. It is not a city. It is a village. Violaville. Viola Village office. I would imagine that this is where they have everything, all of your city services, and yeah, I just want to see what this says. River of Life Church. There's a church inside of the government building. It's a small town. Like, I assume this is just a rented space that the village rents to anybody. You could have a pizza joint, you could have a church, you could have a smoke shop. Well, probably not a smoke shop because you're, right by the playground. But I mean, you could have a tire shop. You could have whatever you wanted because they're just renting out the space. And they rented it to a church, River of Life Church. I wanted to check out this church because I was curious if that steeple that we saw at first was the one that went on here. Now, I guess there's no way to prove it, but where else are you going to get a steeple from? I mean, this is a Methodist church. Methodists, y'all guys love your steeples. You can't tell me I'm wrong because I'm not. You guys love your steeples. And I didn't see another steeple in town. I mean, there's a pretty small town. But I am going to say, without further evidence or proof, that the steeple that we saw on the side of the road is the old steeple from this Methodist church, because this looks like a very modernized building. They got metal roofing and just looks like vinyl siding and most definitely modernized. I suspect that when they updated this church, they took that steeple or gave it away. I mean, who says, yeah, sure, I'll take a steeple? What are you gonna do with a steeple? They gave the Jim out on Route 131 to add to his collection. All right, let's go down this way. Ooh, we see some industrialization. Downtown. Yes. I love small town downtowns. U.S. Post Office. For sale? Who's selling the post office? Who sells a post office? Do you have to continue the... This is for sale and there is no other entrant. Wait, is this... Hang on a second. I thought this was a... Okay, there's a door here. This looks like postal boxes through the windows. It says for sale. But there's a door right here. 117. Is somebody selling the post office? Who sells a post office? I mean, I guess we don't need it anymore. It's like the steeple. You just give it away to Jim on Route 131. He'll take anything out there to add to his collection, I guess. So, this is an old site. I would wager that this is still here. I guess this is the post office entrance and this is the not post office entrance, and whoever is selling this building. I love old buildings. These are apartments or your home and your business was down here. I love this color scheme too. The nice bold red looks sweet. All right, you guys asked for it. Let's see how much gas was in 2012 in Viola, Wisconsin. $3.89. 2012, like I said, I just moved back from Maine. Remember being high in Maine? But, yeah, probably not that much in here in Tejas. This dude don't seem to mind, though. Anyway, what do you know? Schwan's? Schwan's delivers to Viola, Wisconsin. Okay, if you guys don't know what Schwan's is like a food delivery service. I remember we used to live at 1227 North Washington Street in a little tiny town in Washington State a long time ago. And if you guys look it up and track me down, well then, here I am. You can always send me a message if you would like to talk to me in person. Anyway, there was a guy named Mike, and he was Mike the Schwan's man. Why was he Mike the Schwan's man? Because he drove the Schwan's truck. The Flintstones push pops? Yeah, that was Schwan's, y'all. So we lived there, and then the next place we lived, and the next place we lived, and then the next place we lived did not have Schwan. So for the longest time in my life, I thought this was like just a local small town Washington State thing. Until I saw one of these like very recently here in Texas. And to see one all the way up in Wisconsin, like, I did not know that Schwan's was so immense. Their trucks didn't look like this in the 90s, but yeah, Mike the Schwan's man. That guy would come around like every other Friday, and that was probably because that was Dad's payday. And he would deliver us food, and we always knew that he was bringing ice cream. And nice guy, Mike the Schwan's man. Mike, if you are somehow, Mike, you stumble onto this video, drop me a message. Mike the Schwan's man, small town in the 90s. Just drop me a line. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we were still going downtown. I wanted to see what was over here. Oh, the local bar, of course. Sorry, we're open. Come in, we're closed. Is that the end of downtown? Yep. Wow. This is the fastest shop I've ever seen. You can clearly see that it is because of the flames that are on this. Iron Horse Saloon, but I'm sure this was Iron Horse. Man, this is an old building. God darn. A gift shop. I wonder if there's like a festival or something that happens in this town. That is downtown Viola, Wisconsin. Man, these buildings are so old. Epitaph News? You guys probably can't see because I'm wearing sunglasses, but my eyes are really wide right now. Epitaph News? Okay, if you don't know what an epitaph is, I feel like I do this every single video. If you don't know what an epitaph is, that is like your gravestone, your headstone, the words that go on your headstone, like that type of thing. Like, your epitaph is like the last thing that you like put on your headstone, like the last message you leave for the world. And this is a news. And then there's an old-time print shop. Visitors welcome, old-time print shop. Epitaph News. I guess they're the final word on things in Viola, Wisconsin. Oh my goodness. Let's see, where else haven't we got? Is this a park? Industrial Park. The Viola Industrial Park. Wow. That is quite the industriousness. Although, timber is an industry. It is a very important industry, which I applaud those tree chopping folk. I will personally not get up on one of those super tall trees where you got your spike shoes in there and you're hanging on by a breeze. Oh man, that is a little too hype for me. But I do enjoy traveling these maps, and I think that is the end of Viola. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Hillsboro? How'd we get into Hillsboro? What? Okay, apparently we started in Viola and somehow ended up in Hillsboro. But that is all for today. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode of The Map Traveler.